God picked you for a reason. There's something in you that hell has been trying to silence and heaven refuses to waste. You're not random, you're assigned. Walk like it, speak like it, live like it. God pulled you out of the pit so you could go back in and get more people out. Never forget that. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves because we're about to pour some magic. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the chaos with me today. Today is Wednesday. What do we do on Wednesdays? We coast through the week in a coaster mold. This is a collaboration between myself and several other artists that have YouTube channels. We get together on Wednesdays and we create things in coaster molds. If you have a YouTube channel and you enjoy creating things in coaster molds, why don't you join us, my friend? Would love to have you and see some of your creativity. You can reach out to anyone that's in the playlist and they'll make sure you get to the right person that can get you in the playlist if they can't do it themselves. I'm going to be using this coaster mold here today. I've had this coaster mold set for about 3 years now. And would you believe I've never used it? Nope, never used it. It has that holographic. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's got the holographicness in it. Can you see it? If I hold my mouth right, maybe you see it. Well, it's in there. And with a holographic mold, it looks the best when you put black on it. It really brings out that holographic in the coaster mold. Since I've never used it before, I thought it would be perfect for my traveling coasters because these are smaller than any of the coasters I've been using. And I thought that would work out pretty well. So let's give it a go. We're going to do something absolutely out of this world today. I have some ramen noodles here. No, they're not real. See, ramen noodles. You can stretch them, knot them, squish them, put them in resin. So I got some out here that we're going to cut up. And we're going to place them down in the coasters and let them cure and then pull them out of the resin and put like some glitter or color in those little channels that the noodles left. Oh, it gets even crazier, my friend. Buckle your seatbelt. We're going to use some that are even bigger. Stop it. Now, I'm going to need a bigger coaster for the bigger noodles. All right? So, we're going to throw this coaster in right here. And then we'll put some of these bigger noodles in that. And then, we're going to pull out some of my little dinosaurs. Yes! And let's see if we can put them sideways in there. Maybe get 3 in there. Let them cure, pull them out, and then fill them up with some resin. And maybe this will make some child smile for the day. If he's with mommy at the gas station and they look up and see one of my traveling coasters right on the gas pump. What do you think? I think that would be so cute. We got to do something for the kids, right? Got to make it fun. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I like to make my centers for my flowers, any kind of flower coasters that I'm doing. I like to make my own centers for them and prep them beforehand. And I think some of these may look a little bit like a flower, you know? These noodles might look like petals. I don't know. We're going to have to give it a go and see how it's going to turn out. But I'm going to go ahead and place centers in some of them just to be on the safe side in case it does look like a flower. These are centers that I have prepped already. I don't like to take glitter and chunk it down in there because the glitter floats all around the mold. So I like to keep it contained right in the center. So I prep my centers. And we'll just pick out a few and place them in there like so. And then just keep on going. So that's what we're going to do with that. That's not the ones I'm going to use. I was just showing you what I do. And I pulled 3 of them out. So we'd have plenty to choose from. Now we'll have to be mindful, because we're placing the center in first. We'll have to be mindful of the color we're using in the center so it matches everything else that we build inside the coaster. I'm mixing up our resin right now. I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. This is Bond Crafter's Part B. I don't have the Part A bottle, or I'd show it to you too, but it has a Part A and a Part B. This is the epoxy resin that I'm using today. It's the epoxy resin that I use most of the time. It's an amazing, amazing resin. It is definitely my go-to. Now, I do use many different epoxy resins, depending on what I'm choosing to do. But this right here is the one I use most of the time. As I've been cleaning out my craft room, I came across some of my little things that I like to make paint palettes with. And I came across this one that reminded me of a cartoon style Laura from Laura's Art Corner. I hope she doesn't see this. Hopefully she won't. Look. I think this looks like a cartoon style Laura. So I'm building it up. I'm going to do a lot more stuff to it. I'm nowhere near finished, but she can put her different paints in these little slots here because she likes to paint. And yeah, it just, when I seen it, I said I have to make her a paint palette using this. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. I don't know if these are going to work for our traveling coasters, but we're going to try. I thought it would be a whole lot of fun too. I have my resin mixed up and ready to go. So how we're going to start this off is, we're going to do them, each of them different. So that way, you know, we'll have different ones to look at. I want to start one of them off with this chrome marker by Let's Resin. That way it'll have time to dry before we pour resin in it. I want to see if I can draw a flower petal in here. Yeah, let's see. Y'all know I can't draw. I want to put it in, well, let's just do it in this one. All right, so I'm going to start off, I guess, here in the center. Now, this isn't going to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfect. I just want to give this a go. I was sitting here thinking about it the other day, and I thought, that might be cute. So, what do you think? We're going to roll with it. It doesn't look so hot over there, but we'll see how it turns out. Now, let's find a little small something to go in there in the center. Let's try to use this green right there. Looks like it might be too big though. Yep, so we'll just drop down to that. Yeah. And for the dinosaur one, since it's not a flower and we're not doing a petal, we'll put some flowers and leaves around the dinosaur. How about that? I think that'd be pretty. Girls like dinosaurs too. I do. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start off by spritzing, not pouring. Don't pour. Spritzing our alcohol in here. I'm not going to spritz any in there because it'll make that pen bleed. And we're going to go ahead and get our resin put down in there. Now I'm just going to pick this one up, walk around it, make sure I don't have any bubbles on the edges, and I don't see any, and I don't see any in the bottom. So that looks good. Now I'm just going to walk around these, kind of check them out. Let's get some tape. Make sure we don't have anything on our dinosaurs. No kind of debris or nothing. Man, that dinosaur looks funny. Is he missing something? Or is that how he's supposed to look? What is that? I don't know. We're going to spritz him with some alcohol and put him right on in there. There we go. And then, let's see, I got 4 out. I don't know if we can get all 4 in there. But I definitely want this little guy. And this one looks pretty cool. So we'll leave that one to the side if he can't fit in there. Alright, I'm going to spritz him with some alcohol. And get him on in here. Let's see if we can get this one in there. Oh yeah. Yay! I wish I could get that one to stay up there like that. Okay, I guess that's just how they're going to have to stay. Now let's put some flowers and leaves in there. But before we do that, let's go ahead and lay our noodles down in here. And then we need to pour some resin in this one too. And we've got some resin left over, so I'm just going to grab another coaster out. And we'll just do this one too. I'm going to put some resin down in there. And I got a little bit left. Let's do something with this in the center. I don't know what, but we'll figure something out. Alright, now we can start. We don't have to rush with laying the noodles and everything down. We got the resin laid, so got the resin poured. Now, I'm going to, well, good thing I got that coaster out because my plans were to put the big noodles in it. And we put the little dinosaurs in it. in that one. So that worked out. Alright, I'm going to spritz this noodle with some alcohol. And then we're just going to lay it down in here. Like so. And then Whoop, you get out of there. It's not time for you to go in there yet. Let's spritz this one with some alcohol and put it right there. And then this one right in the center. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we had to try it. I found these while I was cleaning my craft room out, and I thought, oh goodness, I remember buying those, and I remember my mind went to many places. Thank God it came back, but yeah. Y'all might not think so. Okay, we're just going to lay these noodles. I'm going to start from the edge and work my way inward. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it, and then I'll bop you on a time lapse. So we're not here all day. And I'm going to try to do them different. You know, we'll add more noodles to some than others. We'll lay the noodles in there different. Alright, that's all I'm going to add to this one. And it looks like they're up enough in the resin to where when they cure, we can just pull them out. And hopefully we'll get them out. Now this one, let's turn it this way. This one right here, I'm going to do a little bit different. We're going to add less noodles to this one. Okay, that's it for that one. Now for this one, let's, what could we do different? We've got everything done. And I've done these, all of these different. Everything's done different. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm just going to run it through here real quick. I don't want to melt those noodles. So I'm not going to stay on them very long. And then we're going to spritz some alcohol. Pop any bubbles. And then we're going to go ahead and place our flowers in this one. I'm going to spritz them with some alcohol so we don't get any bubbles in them. We'll just put one there. Okay, I am finished and it looks really cute. I added some little pearls too. You know I had to. I just hope those leaves don't start scooting away from those flowers. Okay, I'll meet you back when it's time to take all of these crazy items out of our resin. See you later. We are back, so let's go ahead and get our noodles out so we can... That sounds so funny. So we can do the next step on our coasters. So let's go ahead and pull this out. It came out easy. There we have that one. I just need to run some tape on it and clean them off because I'm going to store them. You never know when I might have another idea for these. And I'm holding my finger on the resin so I don't pull it up. But the noodle is coming out really, really easy. And there it is. We might trim a little bit of that hanging off so we don't have anything sticking out of the coaster, because if I turn it to the side, you can see some of it still. So we'll just take these snippers here and kind of just snip a little bit of that off. Now we're going to get our little dinosaur friends out. Let's pull this one out first. Okay, that came out easy. He's still intact, so we can use that again. I wonder if they stand up on their feet. Well, he's a little weak. Yeah, you know, him's a little weak. Okay, let's try to get this one out. Wow, just popped right out. Didn't lose nothing, not a thing off of him. Okay, let's get this little guy out. All right. And we got all of that one out. Amazing. I had to run and get our resin off the churner. So let's go ahead and get these noodles out. Hopefully they won't be hard. These are tiny ones, so I'm a little worried. All right. Let's just start pulling. Now we might, I don't know if we'll lose some of these or not. But it definitely left a little channel. See that? So I'm going to pull a few of them out with you and then put you on a time lapse. They're coming out real easy. So far. So far. I want you to watch this. Watch right here. That's nuts, isn't it? It's crazy. And we are finished. Here's all the noodles, and I'm just going to throw them away because I have tons of them. I have like 5 bags of that stuff. So we got everything out. This right here did lift a little. I didn't catch it on the other side, but I think it's going to be all right. I'd like to leave a layer too so that we can get my inserts in for my traveling coasters. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not, but I definitely want to try. So for this one right here, I want to do, I think this color I'm going to use will look good with that red glitter there. We're going to take some resin here. I don't know how much I need. I'm just going to use about that much. Maybe 20 mils. And I'm going to take my Cayman's K alcohol ink and mint. And put 3 drops in there. Stir it up. And now we're going to let that sit over here to the side and degas for a bit while we get our next color mixed up. Let's do my turquoise and blue mica powder and my Shibaskura pink. We'll do a little bit of both of these in this coaster. Now let's use the Super Sparkle Blue from Laura's Art Corner. It's real fine, and I think it'll get down in those channels really well. So we're going to use some of that in this resin. Isn't that beautiful? This is the reflection glitter in Laura's shop. Look at it. This glitter is amazing. I love it. I know I talk about it all the time. Y'all probably sick of hearing it, but it never ceases to amaze me. And then we need something for this one and this one. And then these two. I might need to mix up some more resin for these two. So let's go ahead and hold these to the side. And we'll work on these, because I'm going to need to mix up some more resin. Let's do like 3 different colors running through these. So I'll go pick out some colors right quick. Let's see. That might be too much in there. Okay, I'm going to use these Octopus Fluid Inks from Laura's Art Corner. If you'd like to try these inks, Laura is the only U.S. seller. So I'll drop her link below if you'd like to give them a go. And I have a discount code you can use right up there. So I'm going to use Wisteria And I'm just going to put 2 drops in each of these. And then we might do a solid opaque color on the back to really showcase these inks. So what we're going to do is, let's start with this one here. I'm going to take some alcohol and I'm just going to run some through there. We got a little bit of that yellow stuck in there. There we go, I got it. That alcohol is going to help that resin get down in to those channels. Now I'm going to let that sit and soak up in there, and we're going to work on this one. I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol, and then I'm just going to spread that around a little bit like that. Get my base layer laid down. And now we're going to leave some room for a top coat, so we can put my insert in that one. And then I'm going to do these the same way. Alright, I think I got this one filled up, and we do have enough resin to fill the other ones up. So I'm going to move this one right quick. But first, I have some clear resin. And what I want to do is spritz a little bit of alcohol in these. And I want to pour just a little bit of clear resin in them. Just a little, not a lot. Okay, there we go. And then we'll let this cure up. I'm not going to do a full cure on it, but enough to where we won't lose anything in it. And then we'll do our next coat on it to put my inserts in. Now we're going to get the dinosaur in this other one. And this resin's getting real stringy. So I'm going to spritz some alcohol in these. And we're just going to do the dinosaurs different colors. Like I'll do the purple for this one. And then I'll fill the other ones up with the other colors that we have. Okay, I got a mess to clean up. So all the resin got too sticky, too stringy to work with. I did get these done. So I'm going to mix up some more resin, and we're going to fill this one up. And then we'll set them to cure for about 3 hours. And then we'll throw a top coat over the back of every one of them and put my inserts in. Hopefully. I decided on doing this one kind of beach themed. So I got some resin right here, and we're going to put some of this sand in it. And then we will put some shells and flowers and maybe a little bit of this for some of the greenery. I think that might be pretty. What do you think? But we don't want the sand getting next to our flowers, so let's just put some little beaches through here, like little areas for the beach. All right, that's all the sand I'm gonna put in there. And then we're going to take some of this. Okay, I don't know what that's going to look like, but I didn't know what else to do with it. So we're going to spritz it with some alcohol and we're going to call it a day. All right, I'll meet you back when we do our next step. And if I don't, then I'm just putting a color on the back of all of them and one of my inserts. And if I don't film that, then I'll meet you back for demold. See you later. I don't know how many of these will get an NFC reader in for my traveling coasters, but I do know for sure we're going to do this one. So here's the NFC reader. We're going to go ahead and place it in. And then here's the insert that says tap your phone here to read the NFC reader. So let's bring that down just a little bit more. And then put that there. And then we're going to add a Bible verse. I'm just going to use one of these quick ones. Just put it in there like that. Now we're ready to put our resin over it. I'm going to go ahead and spritz some alcohol right here. And just throw some resin in here, clear. I don't like how those NFC pieces look. I don't know. It just doesn't look nice and clean. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. Okay, let's see here. I know I want to do this one in this deep black alcohol ink. So let's go ahead and put some resin in there. That's probably too much. I'll take some out. I need to make sure I have enough for every one of them. Which I probably won't. And I want to put a little bit of this glitter in with this one. Just a tiny bit. I mixed up that glitter myself. See there? And I don't want it pitch black. I kind of want it a little bit see-through. So we're going to spritz some alcohol there. And I don't know if I'll get a, oops, we're going to need to make that darker. I forgot. If I put a, one of my NFC readers on the back, then it needs to be opaque and not see-through. So I just added a little bit of black mica to that to make it really, 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 really black. I'll let it spread out and do its thing. Let's do, I wonder if we should do black on this one. It might be cool. Let's check it out. I don't want to do white on it. I want it to be really crazy looking. Let's give it a go. Now I want to add some more to this and get some more black in here. I want to do this one black and white. No, this one black and white? Yeah, this one black and white. And I'm going to use my T-Expert Pure White Epoxy Pigment Paste. Okay, I'm going to spritz some alcohol in this one. And we're going to do some of that black and some white. And some more black. And that's it. That one's filled up. Let's do this one white. Okay, that looks good. So now we need to do the center. Let's just do it black because we have some black left. I don't know what it'll look like. I'm going to use my Resin Marlin Blue mixed with Laura's Forget-Me-Not Bloom to pour in this one. Oh, that's beautiful. Can you see? I don't know if you can see the Forget-Me-Not in there, but it's so pretty. Really pretty. I'm going to spritz some alcohol in there. And then we're going to let this... Hopefully I have enough. Yeah, we got enough. Okay, we got everything covered. Everything's poured, so I'm going to cover this one so we don't get any fuzz balls on top of that one. And then, if I can catch them, I will come in here and put my NFC reader on the back of this one and this one. I don't think it'll fit on the other ones. I didn't leave enough room. I wasn't sure how much room I would have left in these because I've never poured this mold before. And they're rather tiny, so, yep. Alright, I will meet you back when it's time to demold them. See you later. It's demold time, but it's also news briefing time. Please pray for one of our bubble-chasing friends, Robin Fashini. I won't go into detail. I'm simply asking my Christian family to seek God on this lady's behalf. Thank you. Next up, the slipper challenge. I have my list going. I'll post it on my page so you can go check it. Make sure your name is on there if you want to be entered into the slipper challenge. This was mentioned in one of my videos last week. I will put the information in there for those of you that may have missed it. So go check that list out and make sure you're on it, or read the information and see if it's something you'd be interested in. Next up, we have the giveaway today. For last week, you get to pick any of my makes from last week. So stick around to the end if you entered that giveaway, because you might be the winner. I only got one of my inserts on this coaster right here. And look, it's a little bubble there. It came out from underneath there. But no big deal. I can fill that in. It's actually a perfect size bubble to get a fill in, isn't it? I just don't like how it looks around that area. Maybe it's just me being picky. Y'all know me. I'm very picky. Okay, let's get that one out and check it. See what we got. You ready? Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that holographic top. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. This one turned out super cute. Look at that center. Just dancing around. Who else likes holographic molds? I love them, but the thing that pushes me away from them is if I were to top coat this, I would lose that effect. But I learned something years ago that you may not know. All of the holographic coasters, or not coasters, all of the holographic molds are not made the same. They use different paper. The holographic stuff that makes these, they use different ones. So you may keep some of your holographicness if you dome your piece. So don't be discouraged about that. Just check and make sure and see if you ended up with one of them that was made with a different kind of holographic paper. And you may be able to top coat yours and still keep that holographic effect, because I have had that happen to me with several of my holographic molds. And if you're new to resin and you didn't know that, yes, it's a fact, my friends, that if you have a holographic mold that's got holographic effect in it, I don't know if y'all can see it, if it's catching it, but if you pull that piece out and you top coat it, you lose all of that holographicness. Sometimes, like I was just explaining a second ago, you keep a little bit of the effect, depending on how the mold was made. Which one shall we demold next? Let's do this center one. You ready? Oh, wow. That turned out pretty interesting. Look at that. Now, I was not worried about the bubbles so much because I thought it would be really neat to see that in these little tubes that we made running through the resin. Now, you can see the holographicness really good on this piece. So if you're new to resin, that's what I was referring to. And they make that holographicness with a certain kind of paper. Okay, next up, let's see. I want to do this one next. Let's see how this one turned out. You ready? I need some new molds. Look how dull that is. Poor coasters. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is so neat. I was not expecting this. So beautiful. The center looks like a time capsule with a secret in it. Wow, this is so cute. So cute. It looks like rings of water, you know. And I think we got a little bubble right there. But I can feel that up. No big deal. I can't believe we didn't get any more bubbles than that. Look at that forget-me-not mica powder in there. Look how it just dances around and sparkles. When this piece is top coated, it's going to really stand out. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Okay, which one should we do next? Let's try this one. I'm ready to get that one out. I want to see how the black and white looks with that reflection glitter from Laura's Art Corner. You ready? Stop it! That is gorgeous! Look at that! Isn't that cute? Wow! Wow, wow, wowzers! I could have taken scissors or something and made those channels opened, fully opened, you know, so I could get in there. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to catch the imperfections, you know? Isn't that beautiful? Now that glitter in the center is also one of Laura's. But check out that reflection glitter. It's so magical. So magical. If you have not tried that reflection glitter, I urge you to go grab you one of them. Use my discount code to save you some money and try it out. And let me know what you think. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. And she has several colors to choose from. There's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Okay. Can we talk about why I have not used this mold yet? This is the cutest little mold ever. Okay, let's do this one next. I really wanted to get one of my inserts in the back of this one. I think I might, we'll go ahead and demold it because we just got to see it right now. This is the little dinosaurs. I think I might put it back in the coaster mold and then put one of my inserts in it because this one has to go out. You ready? Oh, it's cute, but it would have been cuter if I'd have done it in white because we lost this one. Oh, pooey. I wonder if I put a white background on it. Nope, that's not going to help it. I'm going to have to redo this one. Yep. Because we lost that dinosaur, and I don't want that going out. I want the kids to be able to see all of them. But this turned out so stinking cute. Look at that. And the green bled a little bit, you know, off of this one, and it makes it look like he's on the grass. Isn't that neat? That's really cool and gives me a bunch of ideas running through my head. Some of our leaves just decided they weren't going to stay there. See you later. I'm off to do my own thing. But this flower right here, it's different. I don't know if I like it. What do you think? But those other ones are so beautiful. So beautiful. We got a few little bubbles where the little dinosaur was sitting on the mold, which is no big deal. You can fix that with a dome. I can't wait to do this again. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Here we go. You ready? Oh, that's cute. I like it a lot. It's really cute. I love how the color, I didn't clean the color up. I just left it right where it was at. Now on this one, I took a paper towel and I wiped the excess glitter up around it as best I could. But this one, I just left it. And I love how it just, you know, blends around the little channels, the little noodle channels that we made. It's really pretty. And then last but not least, we have this one. Are you ready? Oh, wow. It looks like it has smoke in there. That's so pretty. So pretty. We got a little bubble here on the top. And since I've never used these coasters before, I don't know how much or if all of the holographicness will lose if we dome them. I'm not going to do that in this video because the video is already too long, but I'm very interested in that. If you'd like to know, drop it in the comment section below and I will share it with you. Now we have reached the end, my friends. My second box shipped off yesterday with my traveling coasters inside. So I'm super excited to see where this journey takes us with these traveling coasters. So if you're in the giveaway and you win this one right here next week, then you'll be shipped out some coasters and you can hide them in your hometown and be part of this journey as well. Let me know in the comment section below which one of these is your favorite coaster. I'd love to hear it. Let's talk about it. Can we talk about these ramen noodles? What do they look like to you inside the coasters? And don't forget to check out my description box and you'll see a playlist in there. If you'll click on that playlist, you can binge watch everyone else and see how they're coasting through the week in a coaster mold. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends. Are you ready to spin the wheel and find out who the winner is? Now, if you commented underneath Friday's video from last week, you are in this giveaway. If you commented in any of the videos before that, you're not in here. You have to comment in Friday's video to be in the weekly giveaways. Okay, so don't forget that. I would hate for you to miss out if you want to be in there. Make sure you do it in Friday's video for the weekly giveaways. Okay? All right, we're going to shake this up. And then we're going to spin it. And the reason I choose my names out of Fridays is because it's easier for me. You know, like I said, and I've said it many times before, this is a one-man show. I do everything on my own. So it's just easier for me to open up last week's video, go to the comment section, and pick every name from there instead of having to go through all of the videos to get them. All right? Here we go, my friends. Good luck. Well, we got a ball. And it fell out on its own. Here we go. I-16. Who could it be? I-16 is... Can I get a drum roll, please?
Jeannie B. 3657.
Right there. Jeannie B. 3657. I-16. You are my winner, my friends. I want to mention right quick that I made a list here. These are the weekly winners from my weekly giveaways. And if you win, your name's going to go on this list. And then I'm going to ask that you please don't enter again until maybe we start all the way over. And I'll let you know when that is. So it gives other people a chance to win. And I had several people bring this to my attention. And I thought about it. I gave it some really good thought. You know, the first person that mentioned it to me, I'm not going to lie and be honest with you, I kind of just blew it off. Didn't really think about it that much. And then I had several other people mention it. And then I was like, I brought that other person back in that mentioned it first. And I put them all in a little thought capsule in my mind. And I thought long and hard about it. And I decided it's a good idea. So that's what we're going to do moving forward. If you win, your name will go on this list. And I just ask that you please don't enter until I let you know that we've started over and you can enter again. Okay? And that just gives everybody else kind of a chance to win. Jeannie, you don't have to send me your address. I already have it. You just place an order with me. So I have your address sitting on my table in there. But if you'll send me your choice for your prize, then I'll get that shipped off to you and send you the tracking number. And then you can take some of my traveling coasters and hide them in your town. Guess what I found, my friends, while I am cleaning up this hobbit hole of mine. And I'm telling you, I pulled everything out and going back in. So it's taking me a long time, but I definitely can finally see a light at the end of the tunnel. Look what I found. This is the little thing that you put, the little sticky thing you put on the back of your phone. And you take the alcohol swab and you clean the back of your phone. Place that on there. And then pull this up. Pull that little film off and put it on top of the other one. And now you have a little finger socket thing to hold your phone. I don't want to say the other word and get in trouble for it. But these are not the original ones. These are created a different way. The other ones are patented, copyrighted, so they come out with these right here. And you can buy them in bulk. And they are nice. They work. They're really, really nice. I use them all the time on my phone. I'm not using one right now because my phone came with a magnet one on the back. Here's the one that came on my phone. And it's got a magnet in it, so it just clips onto my phone. But I don't care for it. So I'll be going back to one of my own creations here soon. So this is the letter E. And I'll show you the other ones. So what I'm going to do with these is, when people order from me out of my shop, if their first or last name starts with one of these letters that I have, I'm just going to throw this in their bag. This is a letter H. I had these up at my shop for $10 a piece. Isn't that cute? Super cute. Who else likes making pop sockets? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you'd like to see a video making pop sockets, let me know. And we'll do a video on it. This is a X. I think I went through the whole alphabet. And these are the ones I had left when I had to remove everything from my shop downtown because they sold the building. This is a P. And here's an M. And then here is head. Isn't that cute? And they have black and white in these. See, the other ones I showed you are white. And you can get black. And then I found this. Now, this was one of the very first ones I ever made, so don't laugh. Look at how the resin yellowed. You see that? Isn't that crazy? But you take this and it helps you put your bracelets on. You know, it gives you an extra hand to put your bracelets on, so you don't need help. And this was one of the very first ones I ever made. But I made some really pretty ones after that. I don't know why I quit making these, though. They did pretty good in my shop, but you get into so many things in resin, and then some of the favorite things that you enjoyed to do, they fall off into the background, you know, and you might find it years later and think, oh, I need to go make some more of those, just like right now. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video today, and congratulations to my winner, Jeannie B. And I will see you all in the next video. God bless you, my friends. Goodbye.